Hey watch lovers, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. And today I have for us a 36 millimeter Breitling Superocean. This is the first smaller model that we've had in stock, all white. And really just wanted to give it its paces, run it through its paces here real quick. So the 36 millimeter model, I measured across the case here above the crown protectors from the 2 to 8 positions, dead even 36 millimeters. Also dead even 36 millimeters straight across the white bezel, ceramic bezel here from the 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and even 36 millimeters there as well. The crystal diameter was 28 millimeters. So just the crystal itself, 28 millimeters. 12.4 millimeters thick, 41.9, just under 42 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. We have an 18 millimeter lug width, tapering down to 16 here at the very end of the rubber strap, and then back out to 19 and a half on the clasp. So the clasp itself is actually a little bit wider than the lug width. We have solid stainless steel case back, signed Breitling crown, 300 meters of water resistance on this model, and we have the dual push button deployant with on-the-fly micro adjustment in the larger models as well, so you don't get penalized in the functionality of having the smaller model here. The 42 and the 44, as well as the 46, have that micro adjustability in that clasp. So glad to see it carried through the entire line of sizes. On this rubber strap, weighed in at 101.6 grams. And again, housing the Breitling caliber B17 with 38 hours of power reserve. This model retails on the strap at $4,600. So give you a quick look again. I do like the touch of color there on that second tan, obviously matching the Superocean text. And I'm happy to report as well, if you've seen any of the other Superocean videos I've done, I really am happy with the bezel action on the 42 and the 44. I can happily report the same bezel action can be found here on the 36. So overall, I think it's a great option. There are other colorways, different options on the 36 millimeter model. If you have a smaller wrist or just prefer smaller watches, I think it could be worn as a unisex. Obviously, it's definitely advertised more towards a woman's wrist. However, I don't think you could find some folks who just prefer smaller watches or have a smaller wrist that want to wear it. So let me throw it on. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. I do personally prefer the 42 on the newer case. I just think they wear a lot better than the prior generation. So my preference is the 42. However, again, if you have a smaller wrist or you just like a smaller watch, I think you could pull off the 36. And for comparison's sake, I had a used chronomat in stock, 36 millimeter chronomat that I thought I'd just put side by side. I did measure the crystal on the chronomat. The crystal was, again, the same 28 millimeters. So the crystal is the same width diameter across the crystal itself. However, I do feel like just looking straight on that the chronomat does look, and again, maybe not, again, I'm looking at them side by side. Definitely a little thicker. The Superocean, I think, is around, 10 and a half. So definitely a little bit thicker with the extra 300 meter water resistance that you're getting. And the lug on the chronomat, I believe, is another millimeter longer. I think it was 43, maybe 44, somewhere in there. So just slightly longer. Obviously, you have the straight lug on the integrated case and bracelet style of the chronomat. But just wanted to give you a quick side-by-side of the two 36 millimeter offerings. The one point I will note is the crown on the Superocean, definitely easier to manipulate and access than the crown on the 36 chronomat. The crown on the chronomat is a little bit small, and comparatively speaking to that Superocean. So just something to consider if you're looking for a 36 or a smaller option. Let me hit the lights real quick on that Superocean. As always, if there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, if there's a video you want to see, a model I can access, shoot me an email, brad@brentlmiller.com. Thanks for viewing, and we'll see you in the next video.